Have you ever woken up one morning and the day feels forcibly set and just slowly siphons away your happiness? Suppose I were to inform you that the very concept you are so anxious to promote could be the problem. In today's video, I will share with you the top misconceptions you probably hold and which ruin your chance for happiness and success. What might seem like you are doing everything right, are you actually doing it right? Just think about waking in the morning and experiencing that emptiness that compels people to pursue things which have no importance in life. Does that sound familiar? Together, we will learn how to change our thinking and therefore our lives and experience personal development. At the completion of this video, you will have positive strategies in order to give the negativity the boot and live a life of passion and meaning. Naturally, we ask you, are you prepared to step out of your comfort zone and reveal the attitudes that are preventing you from going forward? Let's get started. Finally, to have personal development and be capable to fulfill their dreams, an individual has to venture into risks. Transition is a process that is crucial in order to access the unlived life and have much richer and more meaningful existence. There was once I was at one of the hotel attending to a group activity. Psychologically, one of the participants, who had always been neglected from childhood, opted for a grandstand. On one occasion, in the course of an improv game, he was a drunken groom and the spectacle was simply incredible. People burst out laughing, and within a few minutes he moved from being the invisible man to being the comic character of the night. After that performance, he was no more eyesight. Anyone who passed through the hotel had something positive to say to him. It was a stark message of what any individual is capable of if only he dares to step out of his or her comfort zone. Try to picture a person who does not risk at all, does not go out of the comfort zone. This person will feel as though they are confined and are bored with their daily life. They may wish for more. However, when they do and they are ready for it, they create a new road for themselves, a road which might lead them to a completely different future, which they could be yet another entrepreneur, working on a startup, developing a project they personally are interested in, or moving to a new town. Risk does not equal to wasteful. It means that one gets to make decisions that allow him or her to gain experiences. For instance, consider a person who wanted to write a novel, but he is afraid of rejection. This way, participating in a local writers group, this person receives the critical feedback and the network of like-minded individuals that would make sure that they persist. It will make over their writing process and uplift their performance in their journey. Remember, the history of every achievement shows that it is in many ways preliminaries to step into the unknown. Still, decision by either party to foster change can be rather challenging. Subconsciously, people are always afraid to go out of their comfort zone, and it is quite normal. But think, just because it seems utterly harmless and people find it fun to do, what's the worst that could happen? Actually, more often, the fear of failure is worse than the failure itself. It also wanted me to point out that it is possible to change one's view on failure by changing its definition. This particular view eliminates the possibility of the development of fear and compels them to take risky steps that can help to have a happier life. By doing that, they equip themselves for the subsequent task, which is how to deal with challenges and distrust. Self-growth entails having to fight hurdles and doubting yourself as you strive through to success. Suppose a person is struggling daily, it might be at work or home, or have some inner voice that constantly puts him or her down. Instead of perceiving these challenges as something that hinders or shapes them in a certain way, they actively fight against their fears. This change of the mindset is crucial. It's about understanding that if you want to grow, then you are going to have to feel some level of discomfort. For example, a person can have the phobia of speaking in public. Instead, if they just plan a speech for a school fair or a friend's gathering, they can gradually polish their speeches with practice in front of friends, joining the Toastmasters Club or watching speeches of others. The struggles of life are often moments where it may seem as though the weight of the world is on one's shoulders, yet it remains important to know that even the greatest have their respective off days. It means that one should not lose the main objectives, even if there are obstructions or other affairs in the way. Suppose a businessman is out looking for investors for his business idea, only to be turned down severally. It is not in their culture to come across as defeated. They try to decode the feedback, improve their strategy, and continue the process. This actually builds with them tenacity and sets them for the future victory. Every difficulty that one comes across is a move towards a better future, which makes one to be confident that he or she can achieve his or her dreams in life. However, what they did not know is that comfort zone often obscure potential opportunities more than anything else. Think, do you remember when you did something contrary to the norm you have set for yourself? Perhaps it was dabbling in a new activity, or engaging in an effort at work which one had not undertaken before. Such experiences are associated with people's development and finding new acquaintances. Therefore, by changing perceptions to barriers, one can be in a position to transform perceived failures to being valuable. As they navigate challenges, they prepare for the next crucial aspect of their journey, risk-taking, embracing life, and being true to ourselves. It becomes a high virtue for anyone who is bent on improving or changing his life to fully and authentically live. The countercultural idea of life is that the absence of risk means an absence of living, and that pursuit of safety will only bring about stagnation. Picture a man who, for instance, is very precautious to take any risks in life, keep on avoiding anything that he had not been used to. This may at first appear comfortable, but it can only beget regrets and missed opportunities. However, according to Carpe Diem, it means choosing risk-taking, which a person feels the most adequate for at his or her core. For instance, an individual may choose to go for a tour on another land that he or she has never been to, in the face of fear to find out there is so much to explore. As people decide to live a genuine life, they are surprised to discover that their so-called game in different areas of life is enhanced. It enables them relatable to other people and chase after occupations and careers that are dear to their hearts. Suppose a given artist who, instead of following the general trends of the society, chooses to paint as he wishes to paint. This focus helps to enhance their art and create a fan base that appreciates the realness of the performance. Thus, they set themselves for the future, full of like-minded people and occasions that can really matter. However, being genuine entails overcoming fears and being ready to face critique from other people. This may at times be very unpleasant. Like so often, people yield to social pressure and do as others do. But imagine what it can be like to live a life in which decisions are made based on what other people will think. How exhausting is that? However, cosmopolitanism is unwanting, and thus the people ought to concentrate on their own want. In other words, exercising, self-learning, and accepting who they are, they can make a life that not only brings them satisfaction, but also motivates others. As they embark on this authentic existence, they prepare to face the next challenge, fighting the hesitations that are usual when making such radical decisions. That is why it is high time to use all this knowledge in your practice regarding these breakthrough skills. I want to know how you are going to use what we have learnt today or any other information you have got. Are you prepared to turn down the dazzling calls to acceptance and start struggling for what will actually count? What additional and different actions can one take in their daily life that would result in larger benefits in terms of the work one does and their well-being? Ask yourself, what courageous action will you commit to this week in order to be truer to yourself? This may mean going after a dream, properly arranging the things that should be done, or even evaluating how one is doing. As always, it's the little choices that make the big difference when you are working towards the improved life. It doesn't have to do with your ability to be educated or grow or to achieve a goal. It has to do with whether or not you are paralyzed by fear or doubt. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video and to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell. Get a dose of additional tips and techniques that you can incorporate in your self-improvement plan. Every adversity is like heat to the coal. We change and become more valuable the more we overcome the challenge.